I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Music Theory Tuition series where I work with you step by step through the ABRSM Discovering Music Theory grades. I'll work through every single exercise and explain everything you need to know. You can access information about the books I have available to help you on my website. Go to sharonbill.com. For advert-free and longer lessons, you can become a patron at patreon.com/SharonBill. If you can give me a like, that would be super, and please do subscribe to my channel to stay updated. You can support this channel by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/SharonBill. We move on now to page 38 of the Grade 2 Discovering Music Theory workbook. We move on to chapter 8, which discusses tonic triads. And this is nothing new. We've already covered this in grade 1, and there's nothing new to add. The only thing now is that we apply it to major and minor keys. The principle remains exactly the same, however. A tonic triad is built out of the first, the third, and the fifth degree of the scale, whichever scale that happens to be, whether it's major or minor. And it's these triad shapes that create the foundation, the skeleton of the music that we play. So for example, if you're playing your arpeggios on an instrument, it will be this triad played in individual notes. If you, for example, play a guitar or so on, it's this triad that will give you your guitar chords. And so these are what build the chords and the arpeggios, which are just broken chords really. And it's a simple case of the first, the third and the fifth degrees of the scale, whatever that scale is, whether it's a major scale or whether it's a minor scale. So we just have to bear in mind what the key signature would be, and then we apply it as the notes dictate. And so we have to choose which key each of these tonic triads are. Now, there aren't necessarily many clues to help us because there are no key signatures given. However, the big clue is here. A tonic triad is built on the tonic, it's built on the first degree of the scale. And so if we look at the lowest note, that will give us our key. The tonic will give us our key. And so here we have the first, the third and the fifth degree of the scale. The first degree is our tonic. The triad is built upon that, and that tonic will give us our key. So we can see here in the treble clef, this is note A, and so we're in an A key. We just need to be careful because is it major or is it minor? The triad will tell us. We know that A major should have a key signature of F sharps, C sharps and G sharps. There is no C sharp here, and so that tells us we're in the minor. And A minor is related to C major, which has no sharps and no flats. And interestingly, it's that middle note. A major would be C sharp, A minor is C natural, and that is another clue to tell us our related key. That middle note where we've lost the sharp tells us our related key. A minor is related to C major. So that's another one of those little tricks we can use to help us to discover what key signatures we should be using in our related keys. However, even so, I think it's just advisable to just revise your key signatures. So hopefully that's enough to give you a go. Do crack on and try. And I know that I always say this, I am repeating myself yet again, but do try these on your own. Have a go. It's okay to make mistakes. Now's the time to make some mistakes. In fact, you will learn much more thoroughly by making those mistakes rather than just by passively copying work in pencil. You can just erase it out and have another go. So I'm hoping you've had a go of these. Let's work through these together now. And so we can see here that in the treble clef, our tonic note is E. We know it's E something. Now we know that E minor is related to G major, which has a key signature of F sharps only. And there's no need to add any sharps here. We've not actually covered the key of E major, which actually goes into 4 sharps, and so we know that it's got to be E minor, and E minor is related to G major, and so none of the F sharp is appropriate here because there are no Fs to sharpen. And of course there's no need to worry about the raised 7th because we're only using the 1st, the 3rd and the 5th degrees of the scale to build the triad. So we're in the bass clef now, and here's our tonic, which tells us we are in a triad of D. So now we need to decide, is it D major or D minor? Now D major has a key signature of F sharps and C sharps. That would be an F sharp if it was major. It's an F natural, which tells us it's minor because the F sharp for the D major key signature is not present. And F major, the related key, has a key signature of B flat, so it should have a key signature of B flat, just as this one would have a key signature of F sharps related to G major. It's just that they've not given us that, so we don't have that extra clue, do we? But there's no F sharp, therefore it must be D minor. And again, just out of interest, we can see that where that F sharp is missing and it's the F natural that gives us our related key, we know that D minor is related to F major. That's the related key, but because that's the D tonic, it's got to be the D minor tonic triad. Let's press on. So here we have a tonic in the bass clef of B flats, and we know that B flat major would have a B flat, of course. It's got E flats as well, so it would have a key signature of B flats and E flats, even though there is no E to flat, and we have to show that if we were asked to write a key signature. Of course they've not given us that, and so we've had to just deduce that that is our tonic, so that's B flat major. Now here we're quite low down in the treble clef. If that's middle C, that's B, that's an A. Now A minor has no sharps or flats in the key signature and just the raised 7th. It's related to C major, and the fact that there's a C sharp there tells us it can't be A minor because A minor would not have a C sharp. However, A major we know has a key signature of F sharps, C sharps and G sharps. And so because there's no key signature, the C sharp is added as an accidental, and so we can be sure that that's A major because A minor, the C sharp would have no place in that key. And then finally in the bass clef, so we have here if that's a G, next note down is F, that's an E flat. That is our tonic, it's E flat. We've got an E flat, we've got a G, and we got a B flat. That is our tonic triad of E flat major, which we know would have a key signature of B flats, E flats and A flats. There's no A to flatten, so we'd have to show the key signature even though there's no A in this tonic triad of the 1st, 3rd and the 5th degrees of the scale, but that properly explains why there's an E flat and why there's a B flat. E flat major is our key there. And so we're given a little bit of information here looking at the difference between major and minor tonic triads, and it's all down to this 3rd. It's the 3rd. A major triad is exactly the same as a minor triad, apart from the 3rd is a semitone difference. It falls by a semitone. So instead of being C sharps in A major, it becomes C naturals. That 3rd degree of the scale is what gives it the distinctive change. So from A major we'd have a C sharp E, 1st, 3rd, 5th because of the key signature. In A minor we'd just have a C E because there would be no C sharps in A minor, and so we see the only difference is that middle note of the 3rd degree of the scale, and it creates such a huge difference in the tonal quality. It really does change. And I've mentioned before, many Baroque composers, if they were writing in a minor key, would suddenly just twist that middle note on the very final chord, and it's as if the sunshine comes out, just changing that third degree just for the final chord, just to give it a little twist on the final sounding harmony. I hope this is helpful to your studies. Please do like and subscribe to stay updated. If you'd like to support this channel, you can buy me a coffee, and for advert-free lessons you can become a patron. Do visit my website where you'll find many resources available to help you. Visit sharonbill.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.